how will the rest of Florida season go? That comment wasn't planted.
Yeah, well, he's not a plant. Yeah.
No, shout out Sam there. But how will the rest of Florida's season go? So we're currently 1-3. Now, last year we had that miraculous turnaround, beating Ole Miss and LSU, and then FSU and Tulane. But we had a spark. We had a new energy when DJ Lagway came in and started lighting things up. We both mentioned the highlight reels from last year going around on Twitter of DJ Lagway. And that's how Billy was able to get his turnaround. We don't have another DJ Lagway in our back pocket.
Nope.
I mean, there's been people who said Tramel Jones is their QB, but like, it was against LIU, guys. Like, come on.
Even if he's an upgrade, he's not gonna like. Even if he comes in and plays well, and you win an extra game or two because of it, that should not dictate like anything. You know what I'm saying?
So I do get a little bit of what Sam is saying. I mean, sorry, Mr. Bassman here. The ship has sailed. This is over. I'm at the end of the season. This will be over. But I will say, I expressed my opinion on it last night. I mean, I think we could win this Texas game. I think this is going to be a very low-scoring game. It's going to be in the swamp. I think this is going to be a pretty good crowd. I think it would be an even better crowd if Billy was fired before it, but I still think it's going to be a really good crowd, having Texas come in and all. But, yeah, I think that will buy him until at least the Georgia game, in my opinion. I mean, I think we're going to beat Mississippi State. Yeah. I think they're better than they were last year, but I still think we're going to be able to beat Mississippi State. So beat Texas, beat Miss State, lose to A&M. Maybe we get trounced by A&M, and that's enough to get Billy fired. But I think if we beat Texas, I think Billy will last until the Georgia game, and I think there might be a boat racing in Georgia or in Jacksonville.
Yeah. Finding a way to win this game at home would be the most Billy Napier thing ever. He does seem to win one of these games at home every year. He seems to find a way to do it. I don't really see it personally with the Texas game. I mean, I think the way I look at like the way the season's going to play out, it's because I think it could break really bad. Like, I mean, I think 2-10 totally on the table. 3-9, maybe more likely than not, honestly, 3-9, which is crazy to say. It's crazy to say, but I my kind of question, whether it's going to like be that bad or just like a 5-7, maybe you get extremely lucky and push for 6-6, is the question I have is, realistically speaking, how much longer can you put out offensive football that isn't credible in the slightest before the defense stops doing this? Because, I mean, it's hard for me to believe you're just going to keep getting this performance week in and week out from the defense if the offense is just giving them absolutely nothing. If that doesn't happen to a considerable degree, I'm almost certain I would almost certainly bet they win one of these games that would be deemed a pretty big upset. Just because that's Billy Napier football. That's the Billy Napier experience. It's keep every game close and hope you get lucky and everything goes right and you win one of them. And he probably will if the team hasn't completely quit on him at this point.
Is Texas a game? I mean, I don't know what the spread will be, but like by AP ranking, it would be considered a pretty heavy upset, but like, I
think you are way conflating Texas's problems with ours, to be perfectly honest with you.
I don't think I am. I think Arch is really bad.
You're okay, but like Arch is still bad throwing for like 4 touchdowns. We've scored like 3 all year against FBS opponents. Like,
yeah, I still think it's going to be a very low scoring game, and like unless the defense just gives out, even then it's like I don't think I'm deflated, or I don't think I'm degrading how Texas has looked, but exactly.
I mean, they still played Texas, Ohio State very tough on the road.
Yeah, their defense is really good. I mean, their defense is really good, but that offense, like this is going to be an Iowa Minnesota type of game. Although Iowa just put up 38 points, but that's a fluke for me. But
I think they can just run the ball, to be honest with you. I think they might just be able to run the ball because Miami could.
That well.
You don't think they'll?
I think their offensive line is significantly worse than Miami's.
Maybe. I mean, again, I'm like, can you get this from the defense again, man? They've given it to you 3 weeks in a row.
I think you can't against Texas,
and you've given them 3 losses in a row. Maybe. I mean, at some point that dam's gonna break. I mean, you're not gonna do. Look, if you're 2-9 going into FSU, you're not gonna get this level of effort from the defense. So,
hey, that's a rivalry game.
With interim
I think
coach,
we will get that from the defense.
With interim coach Billy Gonzalez leading us to victory.
We actually called up Greg Knox.
That's been our joke with my friends. We're like, can we just hire? He's got a job that's called something like Director of Leadership in Sports at Mississippi State. He's got like one of those kind of made up, be a hype guy job. I don't want to say made up. That's probably not fair, but you know what I'm saying.
Troy, we haven't sent a plane anywhere. We're still paying a head coach currently. Another coach will accept the job.
Let's just use this as a PSA. Guys, please don't fall for flight tracking stuff in September. I'm not saying this to you specifically, Troy. Like just a general PSA. Like if you see anything that's like UAA plane, even if that's real and not fake, I guarantee you we're not meeting in person with coaches right now.
I'm pretty sure the plane is actually in Chicago today. So
yeah, well, they were just trying to say Chicago's like kind of close to South Bend. That was.
Yeah, I saw that too. I mean,
that's was trying to make.
Yeah, I know it's actually in Chicago though. So
I'll also say like meeting with head coaches in person is kind of. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but like this stuff happens on Zoom. Like, this is like this is like this. Like you don't fly a plane, you don't fly the private jet to have a first conference. Yeah, exactly.
No rat.
You're not taking the UAA jet to like touch base with Marcus Freeman, I guess is what I'm getting at. That's not.
I know it's only week 4, but you interested in the job? I just flew all the way halfway across the country to come check.
Now, granted, are those conversations happening in back channels right now between representatives of Yeah, almost certainly. I mean, if
the plane's going to Nashville, Tennessee, that's where Sexton is. Then that's maybe an important flight, maybe.
Yeah.
But that's also, contract talk. Like it's Jimmy Sexton. So although
that's part of the reason
Lane Kiffin isn't represented by Jimmy Sexton.
I mean, that's part of the reason too. Like, I'm not saying like, I still think you should fire Billy today. Like, I think Billy should have been fired today. But part of the reason I'm not like, what are they doing is because I don't think you gain like a significant market advantage by going to market early. Like, I mean, especially because
the best coaching job available this offseason.
Maybe depends on how depends. I mean, we'll see what happens at Alabama. We'll see what happens at USC. We'll see what happens. Which that might not.
USC job is not opening up. That buyout for Lincoln Riley. USC has a floor. That's going to be like 7-5.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I doubt it. I'm just saying. Like, I think you're right, but like crazy things happen. You don't know.
So,
but Kirby leaves. Kirby becomes the Falcons coach. Something could happen.
Okay. maybe Ryan Day takes the Florida job. So now Ohio State's the biggest job opening on the market.
Now, but the point I'm making is that like you don't the pool that Florida's going to be hiring from, at least should be, are sitting head coaches who have at least a semi-reasonable shot at being a playoff team as we sit here in late September. So you're not going to like what? Yeah,
or like Will Stein.
Yeah, but like even Will Stein is focused on trying to win a national championship at Oregon. Like you're not getting a guy who would agree in principle.
Sean Gruden.
The Gruden thing is crazy. I have no idea where that comes from, especially after like watching Belichick. I mean, I'm not saying that's a 1-to-1, but like, man.
I mean, Gruden's probably a better offensive mind, at least.
Yeah.
Well, Sam, he is a better offensive mind.
Probably will. I mean, this will probably work out where it happens on a Sunday and we don't have to do an emergency podcast. But if they were to do it midweek, I'm sure we'll do something along those lines.
Yeah. Maybe we'll pop the bottles and celebrate.
Yeah, there you go. Buying that Billy Napier champagne. Coach Ed Orgeron. No, but I could see that at UCLA. That would not shock me if UCLA pulled that move. I could see that happening.
Yeah, I think that would be an interesting move there. But if we're focused here on how Florida's season will go, what would you say the ceiling is right now?
I think I literally need to pull up the schedule because, like, just to like think this through. I mean, I'll say 5-7, but like that seems really dubious to me that you could even get to there. Like, I think if I were a betting man and you offered me over under 4.5, I'm taking that under. Like, I just like you would have to win a
Yeah,
lot of games. It's just like when you look at the schedule, it's like let's just say we win Kentucky and Mississippi State relatively easily. We're a lot more talented than them. Maybe that's the game where things like go well. Those are the games where
that's
things
3
like
wins.
actually go well. That's 3 wins. You got to get where you're getting 2 more, let alone 3 to get to bowl eligibility. I
Well,
mean,
Tennessee doesn't win in Gainesville.
I think that's gonna get put to the test.
This
I
is
think
historically accurate data. Come on.
you really got to start believing in sports superstitions if they can't get it done this year. Because, like, golly, I mean, if they can't do it,
And
to probably an interim head coach by that point in the season.
Gus isn't good against Florida. That's 5 right there.
Is that what's that, like a 1-game sample size? How many
2
times
games.
did Gus even play? Oh, I forgot about
Auburn
UCF.
2019.
Yeah. I
then
wasn't thinking about.
yeah.
I was forgetting UCF last year.
So that's 5 right there. So no, sorry, that's yeah, and then Texas. That's 6.
Yeah. I mean, like, you can, like, it's one of those things where there's no game that, like, I'm going to sit here and other than maybe Georgia, there's no game I'm going to sit here and tell you that I think there's absolutely no chance, because that's just the nature of Billy Napier football. There's been, how many games during Billy's tenure have there been, like, no chance from the start? Like, I struggle to think of them. Even the bad losses were never
like Georgia. Like
which time? Because the last 2 years it's been semi-competitive.
The last 2 years? No. I mean, 2 years ago.
I remember the first half in 2023. I'm talking about, like, Billy Napier hasn't really had like a 42-3 beatdown. I guess Miami last year.
Sorry. I thought you meant like going into the game. Did we have any chance of winning?
No. I'm saying ones where, like, you could just tell from the moment the ball was kicked, like, this is not happening for Florida. Miami last year is really the only one that comes to mind. I mean, maybe you throw A&M last year in there too, but, like, point I'm trying to make is, like, Billy's bad games still are not just like getting beat by 5 touchdowns. So, like, every game I expect to be in to an extent. So there's none of these games where I'm like, there's no chance except for maybe Georgia, but it's like, you're really going to stack 5 of these together just to get to a bowl. Like, this looks really bleak, man. I mean, I think 1-11 is as likely as 6-6, to be perfectly honest with you.
I think that's a valid take, although, yeah, because I mean, we're not going 1-11, we're not going 6-6 here.
I think both of them are pretty unlikely, but I think 3-9 is a lot more likely than 6-6.
So we'll say 5-7 is our ceiling, and
that's
I think. What are we gonna say? 2-10 is our floor.
Yeah, because you're gonna win one. Like, you're gonna win one of those two at the very least. You're gonna win one of those two.
Yeah.
Mississippi State,
so
Kentucky.
We'll say 4-8 is about what we go.
Yeah, I'd probably guess 4-8. I'd guess 4-8. I say we win those 2 and probably steal a random one that you're not expecting.
It's gonna be Ole Miss. It's 100% gonna be Ole Miss. I guarantee
that'd be
it.
So funny. I mean, I don't want that because I want to hire Lane, and I don't want Lane going 0-2 against Billy Napier to be the reason that can't happen. But man, because I'd be hard to hire Lane if he's 0-2 against Billy Napier. Or I guess it probably wouldn't be Billy Napier. It'd be 0-1 against Ron Roberts or whatever.
Jabbar Jaluk's gonna slap him before the game.
Yeah. Oh man.
No, we're gonna go 5-7, and UF will get a bowl.
APR,
and then we hire the interim.
Are we champions off the field? Are our academic progress rate scores that high? High enough to get a 5-7
the culture, man.
That's the journey. I mean, that's what he's talking about, the journey.
Texas and Florida is going to be like battle of the backups. Before the season, if you remember, I was saying, imagine Harrison Bailey for Florida versus Jacob Zeno at Texas A&M. I don't know if you remember that, but I was saying that matchup.
Yeah.
And that would be the funniest QB matchup for a Florida versus Texas A&M game.
Yeah.
That's possible, and I don't think we're going to get that now. I mean, Bailey doesn't even look to be the third string quarterback.
Bailey,
So.
yeah, Bailey is like not even Bailey's like in the I've already forgot his name. Clay Millen. He's kind of in the Clay Millen. He's in like the Clay Millen
Millen's
mold
still on the
right
roster.
now.
I wonder if Clay Millen's now above Bailey.
Has Clay Millen even like set? Is he like does he practice? Like, is he with the
Does
team?
Clay Millen exist?
That's like has Clay Millen set foot in Gainesville, Florida in the last 2 years? Like, these are genuine questions I have.
Yeah, I don't even think we can answer them, but yeah. So I think it's pretty clear here that I do think it'll be interesting if maybe there's a chance we fire Billy before this Texas game. It seems unlikely, but maybe we do. But if we do, especially if we go out and beat Texas with the new play calling and everything like that, do you think the ceiling could rise a bit?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you beat
do you think
Texas,
it could go up to 6-6?
Yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah, like, because if you win that game, if you can win, I still think highly enough of Texas that, like, if you win that game, there's no reason to think you couldn't steal an Ole Miss or a Texas A&M or a Tennessee. It's just it's still hard for me because it's like I know they're not going to string those wins together. That's the thing. Like, there's no consistency, so I know they're not going to win them all. They're not going to win. They're not going to reel off 4 out of 5. Like, I know that's not going to happen. So that's the tough part. But, like, I mean, sure, you could find a way to do it. Oh man, if that's enough to stick around at 6-6, I don't think so.
Oh, I said Billy fired.
Was that?
I said Billy's fired, and the new play calling.
Oh! I thought you were saying if you beat. Oh, sorry, you're saying if he gets fired tomorrow or something. Oh,
yeah, if he gets fired somehow.
Oh, yeah. If you, I mean, if you go in with an interim against Texas on Saturday, and like whether it's with DJ or Trammell or whatever, if you find some way to get a semblance of offensive success, then like all bets are off because you have a good defense, and you know that if you don't hemorrhage guys to the portal, which is obviously a concern. But assuming that doesn't happen, like maybe the ceiling rises beyond 6. I don't know, but I mean,
9-3.
Yeah, I doubt it really does because I don't think an interim is changing things that much. But I mean, I do genuinely think so low of Billy's offense that I have a hard time believing Russ Callaway couldn't at least do some things to make it better.
Yeah, absolutely there. But yeah, so it seems like our ceiling and floor here is going to be 2-10 at the floor, and 5-7 as the ceiling. Which even the people that were lowest on Florida going into the year were saying 6-6, 7-5 for the floor.
What was the preseason win total? 5.5, 6.5,
7.5.
It was 7.5. It was that high. I thought it was even lower than that, to be honest with you.
I think it opened at 6.5, but it pretty quickly moved up to 7.5.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, sadly not a good outlook for the rest of the season. But hey, maybe we can turn it to success later on.